And we're going to shoot another Ask Michael. If you watched the previous one, you might notice we're still outside in front of Michael's place. He's dressed up nice. He's dressed the same. And so we're going to shoot one more quick segment here. And what I'm going to do, Michael, is I'm going to ask Michael, why are you dressed up?
Well, it's Friday afternoon, and I started being a more observant Jewish person about maybe 5.5 years ago. And on Friday afternoon, we get ready for what we call Shabbos, or the Sabbath. And from sundown on Friday afternoon until Saturday night after dark, we don't drive and we don't do any work. It's just a day of rest. And it's we get dressed up to go to the synagogue, and it's not far from here. It's just a few blocks. And I do most of the cooking in our house. Mm-hmm. And on Friday afternoons, I always prepare Shabbos dinner. But I prepared so much Shabbos dinner last week when we had about 6 people over here, besides Hedda and I, that we just had to use it again. So it was a pretty easy Friday afternoon for me.
Yeah.
I didn't have to cook too much. And what we do is, in this Sabbath, is because the Torah, the Jewish Torah,
yes,
which in some ways would parallel. You said you're a Baptist?
I've been a Baptist and a Presbyterian and a Methodist. All Protestant, though.
Well, as it says in the first book, which we call Bereshis, which is the Hebrew word for in the beginning, mm-hmm. It explains how God built the world in 6 days. I hate to use built is a strange word. It's not the word they would use, and you have to forgive my bad choice of words. And on the 7th day he rested, mm-hmm. And it's our way of honoring God, mm-hmm. to do that. It's part of our, but what we are to carry out, mm-hmm. And we carry it out as well as we can. And so we get the house ready, and there's some lights that we leave on so that we can see. But we don't cook on the Sabbath, mm-hmm. And we don't do the things we do normally. It's a day where we rest and we study or we read. And
I guess you tend to shy away from using modern conveniences, things like electronics, communications devices, things like that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's something I would have never thought I could do. Mm-hmm. I would have never pictured that I could spend a day without driving.
Yeah.
Or playing music, because you can't. You could sing.
Uh-huh.
But you can't play music.
That's interesting.
Play a keyboard, or you can't play a guitar. Mm-hmm. And this isn't because those are considered work, but it's more detailed that I should probably try to get into. But it's because when the 2 original, what we call base mid, let's see, what do we call it? The original temples in Israel were destroyed.
Yes.
From that point on, we couldn't play music until the Messiah were to return, mm-hmm. and rebuild that, and then we could do it again.
That's fascinating.
But at this moment, we're not doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why, incidentally, I play Monday through Fridays for
mm-hmm.
these.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, I was playing fanfare today.
Oh, wonderful.
I played and sang fanfare, and I don't know if I had done it for these people before.
That's neat. That's neat. I know you mentioned once in a conversation. You mentioned once in a conversation with me, I believe, on the phone, that when you play for these people, they don't have a clue about Michael Iceberg and the amazing Iceberg machine. They have no idea. They just know you're this nice man that comes in and plays for them. And I think that's nice because that kind of disconnects you and lets you just come in and relax and play whatever you want to play and not have to think about all that other stuff.
Right. I do musical journeys, not unlike what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just sit down and play whatever comes into my mind and connect them all together. And
now, will you be going to a worship service this evening?
Yes,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to go at about 6:45, and I'm there at 7 o'clock, and then I'll come home, and Head and I'll have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We make a blessing. We have a special bread and some blessings over the wine,
mm-hmm.
and there are certain traditions that we have, and they're nice traditions. It's a very nice feeling. It's warm.
That's wonderful.
And,
well, Michael, thank you for sharing with us about that. I'm sure some folks are interested and glad to hear about it.
I hope I haven't clouded it up too much because my lack of language skills might have gotten in the way.
I think you're fine.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, and do have a wonderful Sabbath. Have a very relaxing evening and weekend, you and Hedda both, and we'll be in touch again really, really soon.
Excellent.
Bye-bye.